It's easy to quit weed, to quit alcohol, to quit tobacco, to quit porn, to quit caffeine when you make this simple shift in your mind. So, welcome in, fam. Much love. Trav here. If you want to learn how to make it easy to quit anything, how to make it easy to give up things that you're having a hard time giving up, but that you know you should, hit the thumbs up for Bubbles, the sheep down here. She's getting so big. She's going to be too big to sit in my lap soon. You're going to be too big to sit in my lap soon. Hit the thumbs up. Okay, so it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to take a lot of willpower. It doesn't have to take a lot of discipline. If it has to take a lot of willpower, if it has to take a lot of discipline, you're likely to fail. You're likely to give up. You probably relate to this. You're likely to relapse. But if it's easy, and you stay off, and it's easy. And how can it be easy? It's all about changing your mindset. So you probably know that what you're doing is harming you, and that's why you're interested in quitting. You know that smoking weed, it's making my life foggy. It's making my decisions not as good. It's taking money from me. You know that alcohol is causing you to be hungover. It's damaging your organs. It's costing you money. It's making your sleep worse. You know that tobacco is degrading your health. It's going to quite possibly cause you cancer. You know that porn is bad for your brain. Caffeine, well, we don't need to talk about caffeine. I quit it, but it's not really on the level of these other things. Well, you know that caffeine's causing you dependence, right? So, but you haven't quit these things. Instead of focusing on the negatives, because you know the negatives, it hasn't been enough to make you stop. We got to focus on the positives and take away the positives. What are you really getting, right? What was I really getting from smoking weed was I was getting shame that I was doing this. I was getting anxiety of being around people, getting called out. I was getting embarrassment. I was getting shame, anxiety, guilt. Porn, I was getting guilt. Alcohol, I was getting bad moods. Caffeine, I was really getting just the relief of withdrawal from the last coffee of the last day. So I wasn't, you're not really getting anything. It's not like when you go swim in the ocean, or you climb up one of these mountains, or you have a child, or have a sheep baby, or you do something amazing, do something incredible. These drugs aren't doing any of those things. It's really just relieving you from the feeling of wanting to change, wanting to be different, feel different. And there's so many ways to do that. Tobacco especially, you're just withdrawing from the last one. It's not. So when you go sober, you give up the fear of quitting. You give up the anxiety. You give up the shame. You gain financial money. You just feel better, and it happens so fast. It doesn't happen in a year. Like the next day you sleep in and you wake up and you had dreams and you feel clear, and you're like, I'm not a slave anymore. I'm free. I'm going to watch the money multiply because I'm not spending my money on that anymore. I'm going to feel more confident. I feel more secure. Watch the shame and the anxiety and the embarrassment and the guilt melt off me. And yeah, I'm still going to have some negative emotions in my life, but not caused by something that all it's doing is causing negative emotion. So the easy way to quit is to change your mindset, to realize that, like, I'm getting absolutely nothing from this, and it's not hard to quit. It's easy, and I'm going to feel good, not in a year, but in a day, and I don't need to withdraw. I don't need to come back to it. I don't need to use willpower. I just need to be disgusted with the habit and realize that I get nothing from it, and so excited to be free and to be clear. So that's how some people are able to just snap off and never do it again, right? So the willpower and the discipline method, it worked okay for me, but what really changed things for me is just realizing I'm getting nothing from it, and I just feel so much better after. So I think there's a misconception that you give this up, your life is going to be worse, when in reality, you give it up, your life is going to be better, and it's going to be better so soon. It's not going to take months. It's going to take like a day. You quit, and if you know you actually quit, you're going to feel amazing the next day. So when I was quitting, was using willpower, I was using discipline. I was rewarding myself Friday night. I have one smoke, I have a drink, and I did that for a long time, like a couple months. And finally, I was like, let me just have one sober week. Let's see what happens. I'll use some willpower. I'll use some discipline. But the next day, I woke up feeling so clear. I woke up feeling so good. I made a couple of good decisions and had money from the heavens come in to reward me, which I saw as a sign. And I felt so amazing about having left it in the past. I had zero temptation to ever go back to it. And that part didn't take months. That part took 2 days. It took 2 days to be like, wow, I'm so happy. It's finally behind me. I feel amazing. I know that that's not going to be a part of my life anymore. And I'm so glad to give up that anxiety and guilt and shame and fear that I was hanging on to that I no longer need, so that abusers don't have, because I'm not an abuser anymore. So comment down below what you're excited about, why you're excited to quit, and what's going to be good from quitting. And for those of you who are on this journey, what's been the biggest improvements? What are you happiest about? So trust me, it is going to be a joy. For those of you who want help, I have a course that's still free. I feel like it's not going to be free forever. So if you want to go through that, go through it now. It's probably going to have a price on it at some point again. At first it cost money, then it was free. It's free now, but it's going to cost money in the future for 2 reasons. One, I'm doing a lot of personal coaching. I'm helping people one-on-one, but I've got like 8 clients right now, 9 clients. I'm going to have too many clients and not that long. And I want to help more people. And it's going to cost money for 2 reasons. One, it's free right now because I just want people to go through it and get feedback. But one, it's going to cost money because you don't listen to free advice. People don't listen to free advice. The moment you pay for something, you're actually going to do it. So you pay for something, you're going to take it seriously. The second is that you spend so much money on your habit, whether it's alcohol, weed, tobacco, and it's costing you in various ways, that I want to deprive you of some of the money to spend on that, right? I want to help you not spend, pinch your pocket a little bit. So that's why it's going to have a price. But for now, it's free, and you can go through that. There's a link somewhere down below in the comments. Appreciate you. Much love. I'll look forward very much to talking with you soon. Peace.